Having spent close to a year apart, Cinta and Val reunite in a Gorman cafe, under Luthen's orders to assess the situation with the Gorman front and assist in carrying out their first step against the Empire. Val grew up in the opulence of Chandrila, alongside her cousin Mon Mothma. They have a strong sense of justice and rebellion in the face of tyranny, fighting because it is the right thing to do. Val in the front lines with blasters, and Mon in the Senate with her words. Val in particular has a rebelliousness to her that is well known among her people, having bucked many of the traditions of her people in the past, yet is urged by Mon to maintain some semblance of it so as not to draw attention to herself and risk the rebellion. Cinta was a victim of the Empire's ruthless tactics, her parents killed by stormtroopers when she was young, setting the foundation of a personality that is driven by vengeance, doing what it takes for the sake of the rebellion, even at the cost of herself, and living life with what is left over. This conviction allows her to behave in a collected manner in high-stress and chaotic situations. Her own ruthlessness in executing orders makes her a valuable asset to Luthen in the early stages of building the rebellion network, letting her do the dirty jobs that others under his command may be unwilling to do. The two are introduced in the Aldhani arc, where they are in stark contrast to each other. Val is in charge and Cinta follows orders without question, yet when pushed up against the wall, Val is almost paralyzed, while Cinta is calm and thinking rationally, pushing each other forward to complete the mission. In Ferrex, while waiting for Andor to return so they can execute him under Luthen's orders, Val expresses she wants more from their lives together, and Cinta reiterates her position in the matter. The rebellion will always come first and their relationship will have to do with what's left, highlighting how segmented their lives are. Val in particular, who has the life of a socialite to keep up, being a rebellion leader, and Cinta's lover. Having been injured in a mission, Cinta was left with time to think, allowing her a moment to recontextualize her life and her choices so far, having grown disillusioned with Luthen and his methods, as many have by this point, nearly 2 years after Aldhani, both unwilling to do the mission unless the other was present. This meditation brought her to the conclusion they are both valuable to him, but separately, not together. Their skills and abilities complement each other, yet are of better use elsewhere. For the first time, they are on the same page in terms of their priorities. The Empire must be fought, but they also need to live instead of reducing themselves to tools.
We are not droids, Luthen.
Their mission on Gorman signals a shift in how they are going to live, but is never realized as Cinta is killed due to a stray blaster bolt, a blaster that should not have been there, from an individual that was specifically warned against this. An incredible asset to the rebellion and one loved deeply by Val, dying a meaningless death. This leaves Val broken, her actions over the coming missions becoming more reckless due to grief and letting herself be bound to Yavin, training the recruits instead, helping others while keeping the pieces of her that still work together as best she can, becoming in many ways what Cinta was, existing but not living. The image in the Gorman Cafe, when taking the entirety of their stories, has multiple layers of narrative and character significance, starting with the contrast in their appearance. The most surface-level take is the fact that in order for the rebellion to succeed, it needs all manner of different people to come together to break free from the homogenized, sterile, and ruthless reign of the Empire. There is a balance in their outlook on life, a change Cinta experienced while recovering. While their loyalty is to the rebellion, a significant part of themselves is devoted to each other. The fact Cinta walks into the shape while Val is already present and seated shows this is the balance she always wanted, displaying her certainty in the matter and her patience in waiting for Cinta, but is one Cinta herself recently arrived at, exploring new ground and so is standing as if it offers an opportunity to walk back if needed. There is the contrast in the lives they have lived. Val grew up privileged and chose to enter this life, while Cinta experienced horrors at the hands of the Empire and saw no other choice. Val has since experienced the reality of war, while Cinta is reminded of the warmth of living. The love they have for each other makes a whole, yet when Cinta is killed, not only has a part of Val died with her, grief overwhelms her, Where once there was a well filled with love, now is a hole that cannot be filled nor mended.